What's going on, everyone? My name is Mike Acord. I'm a muscle activation specialist, recently certified. Today, we're going to shoot a video with one of my clients and now friend, Jack Frieden. He's basically just going to give you the fundamentals of his story, his basic testimony, if you will, on his journey with MAT. So, Jack, go ahead and, from beginning, middle, and where we're currently at, just let everyone know kind of what's transpired in the last 2.5 months.
All right, so I got injured back in July 19th, my back, doing a course for training, and went to medical. They're like, oh, you're fine, and pain subsided after about a week. So I kept doing what I was doing, started going back to the gym, and I started losing control of my legs. I started shaking like crazy. It got to the point where my right leg couldn't bear any weight at all. If I tried to put any weight pressure on it, it would just spasm, give out, and I'd fall over. So they went back and they gave me crutches to get me around and said I had a pulled muscle and that I was fine with passing time. Ended up going home on leave, got MRI during that time because they told me it was a waste of money to get any imaging done. Got MRI, found I had 6 bulges, 2 pushing into my spinal cord.
And you're referring to your spine, yeah. So making sure everyone's aware, he had bulging discs coming from his spine.
And then 2 of the ones were causing edema on the spinal cord and pushing into it. And then, so there's been a lot of issues with just not having communication with nerves going through my whole lower body. I lose feeling to my feet, my legs all the time. Fast forward about 6 months, I get off the crutches. They do physical therapy with me and I get a little bit of mobility back. Not much stability though, just kind of got me to the point where I could walk without the crutches. Did not look good at all. It was very forced. I kind of like just dragged my right leg behind me and put all the weight in my left leg. And then October of 2020, my wife's like, hey, we need to get a gym membership. And I was like, there's no point. It's a waste of money. There's nothing I can do at their gym, so I don't want to waste my time and go. We ended up going and we met Mike. And then we introduced me to MAT, kind of what he had for me. Might help, might not help. Just kind of shot in the dark and see what would happen. And my pain has subsided a lot. My legs went from not getting on the table at all without help to I could almost get them on the table completely without any help now. So my legs used to be able to not come off the table, and now they come almost 90 degrees. It's been a crazy experience.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, just to dissect that a little bit, Jack was in the military. He suffered an injury on base during a course that he was doing that was required of him. His diagnosis was mishandled, and due to that fact, it progressed into something further worse for him. As he lived with that, it kind of just became his normal. And so when I first met him, that was November 2nd, 2020. I wasn't quite sure what to expect with his experience and MAT to, what he was going to achieve from it. I felt very confident in the ability to help him, but I knew it was going to be something that was going to be progressive in nature, something that was going to take some time, and I just needed him to understand, we were going to have to take this day by day, essentially. So the very first session, we put him on the table. It was a very big struggle to even get him on the table. I really had to help carry him as far as his legs and scoop him onto the table, help lay him down. His motor control was very, very limited. As I started to do my assessment with him, I was able to see that this was going to be a huge project. For example, one of the ranges of motion that I was looking for was hip flexion, and he couldn't even lift his foot off the table. So I pretty much at that point realized that this was going to be something I was going to have to regress in nature as well in my attempt to help him. So a normal session now became something far more simplistic. I was able to help him just start gaining basic motor control over certain muscles. We regressed his sessions to just doing maybe 2 to 3 muscles at a time, not to overload his system. Those progressed very quickly to the point where he was starting to move normal. His stability was maintaining, his muscle control and strength was improving week by week. And 25 sessions later, only 25 sessions, literally 2.5 months later, he's almost walking normal again. He can get on and off the table completely normal, to the best of his ability, what normal is. But I mean, from where he started to where he is now is just a huge difference. And I really felt like this story had a lot of merit, very inspirational, could provide hope somebody who may be experiencing something similar, maybe something worse, possibly even something not as drastic, there is hope out there. So I just felt like this needed to be done today, and I wanted him to say his own piece on it because I feel like this is something that's very important to him as well. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'll say that I was skeptical at first. I was worried that it wasn't going to work. I was just going to kind of throw money into something, and I was going to be like, hey, get on the bike and pedal for an hour, and then see what happens, see what you feel like. When I could barely get onto the bike to pedal, and I could barely get my hip up, pull my leg up through my hip to actually get the pedal going. And that's what the first session was when I went to the gym, because they haven't sent me with Mike yet, and they're trying to figure who'd be best to work with me. I was like, this might be a waste of my money. But then after the first week, I felt a difference. Just going in once that week, I already had some more sensation. I felt like I could actually control my leg a little bit better. It was a weird feeling because I didn't know what was happening, because I gotten so used to everything just feeling like a giant wad of knots that I didn't know that individual feel the muscles that didn't move. Like when you walk, your muscles contract and kind of help you move forward. Mine just kind of was stuck. All of them were just kind of stuck in place. So it was weird to see the muscles actually like start to twitch and move in a normal way again.
So yeah, with the shaking, it basically it amounted to really giving his body an ability to adapt to what we were asking it to accomplish. And so it was really awesome to just see the progression in. One day he came in and his body was just no longer shaking when we did these sessions together. His body became very responsive, and now he's even to the point where he's back in the pool and swimming again. Mm-hmm. And so how's that been going?
It's been going really good. I can do upper body or lower body. I still can't do them in unison. So that's still a struggle, but it's gone from no activity at all to be able to get back in the pool and do that. It's been amazing. I can actually stay there and swim close to 800 meters now instead of going there and jumping in, going down and back. It's like, yeah, I'm done. This isn't happening today. So the ability to progress and build up and be able to do more just to get back into shape and kind of get the exercise again has been really, really nice and refreshing for me.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I think even your quality of life has just improved overall.
Oh, drastically. My wife's noticed my mood's been better, less irritated, more happy, more energetic, not as kind of stuck in the rut where I was. Like, this is just the way it is now. I'm not going to get better until I get out. We actually started making progress before I got out, so.
Yeah, no, he's recently separated, so that's what he's referring to, medically separated, unfortunately due to his injury, but there is hope, like we said. So he's on the right track to improving, getting better. I'm excited for his future, and yeah, I mean, any closing thoughts you'd like to add in? And then, would you ever recommend MAT to anyone?
I would recommend it, especially I know my family, we all have bad hips and bad backs, and they've just kind of either had surgeries or just gone to the chiropractor to get put back into place. And then that's what I used to do younger. I had hip issues. Now I've learned that the hip comes out because the muscles are forcing it out. It's not just because the hip is bad. So I'm going to definitely take this home, kind of push my family into it. And I've got a lot of friends with a lot of issues who just can't afford to do this right now. But they want to do it. It's just they need the bigger paycheck first. So It's definitely something I recommend to everybody, no matter what your issue is, even if it's small. If you get it early, it won't become a bigger one that's going to affect you as much.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely an investment, something that is worth your time and money if you see the value in it, and it is there. And so today is all about establishing, just from a client testimony, basically what this value is and how it can help you. So I believe we've done that, and yeah, I think that's everything. So I'd just like to say thank you to anyone who did watch this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to add my Instagram and phone number and email and all that stuff in the video so that you have access to that. And if not me, Muscle Activation also has their own website, muscleactivationtechnique.com. You can utilize that to find resources as far as practitioners that are near your area. Yeah, that's it. So again, thank you for watching, and thank you, Jack, for taking the time today to share your story.
Of course, thank you.
Awesome.